Boom, bam, and you know what, Jeremy? I'm going to throw another boom in here for the listeners.
Put my eye, sorry.
What's up, everybody?
You can't see us.
You can't see us anymore. Ha, ha, ha.
It's a listening podcast.
This is you can only listen. No, but I think Jeremy was right whenever he said, look, man, let's just cut the bullshit out, you stupid idiot, and I'll slap you.
Did I say that?
Well,
I don't think I did.
Something like that. And I said, okay, I'm sorry. So what we're going to do
You're the only person I know that remixes someone's conversation.
Yeah, you know what's weird is that if I do anybody's accent, like I'll say, oh, an old lady was coming up to me the other day or something. I'll be like, and she was like, man, fuck that shit. I'll fucking do it. But she didn't say it like that. That's me putting the emphasis on it. But anyway, roll tide.
Roll tide.
Roll tide, everybody. Even if you're not a Roll Tide fan.
I like your shirt.
I like your shirt. I got the little elephant.
I know, he's so cute. He's so cute.
I've had this shirt for a while. This
you know, you never into like I was listening to somebody's podcast today, and they were like, "You're always supposed to introduce your stuff in the podcast, and you quit doing that."
Oh, do you want me to introduce myself? Wait, did you introduce yourself?
I didn't get a chance.
Oh, I guess I kind of just came in. All right, so
it's driving me insane.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Jeremy's over here rubbing his eyeball.
Okay, it's good.
Are you okay though?
I'm good.
He's crying because he's worried about the game tonight. All right, so here we go. And Jeremy, introduce yourself now.
The pressure.
Under pressure.
Are you playing a song?
You know what's crazy is I am playing it.
No, you're not. The play button's not going.
Uh-oh.
You have to hit the play button.
All right,
for
Jeremy.
it to go.
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome to the What Was I Saying podcast. My name is Jeremy.
Jeremy Stacy. I like doing just the voice.
Who are you?
Oh,
you still trying to get out of it.
What's up, everybody? My name is Matt. I'm like, there's an old song from the 90s. Do you remember this? Oh, God. Put me on the spot. And it's
called Put Me on the Spot.
Put me on the spot.
Yeah. Put me on the spot.
What?
Remember Spot?
What is Spot?
From 7 Up. They had the little dot from 7 Up can. They had like video games of him and everything.
Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to him? They killed him off. You know, Cherry 7 Up is one of my
He moved over to Target.
Things. He did.
He's the little Target.
He had to get another job.
How you been? We haven't seen each other since Christmas.
Oh, dude. This is 2019.
It's Christmas.
It is Christmas.
Jeremy, I haven't seen you since last year.
Yeah, okay. Gosh, I'm so ready for those to stop. Have you gotten a lot of those?
That's the first time I've ever said it.
I think I might have said it
this year.
This year.
I might have said it last year, 2 weeks ago.
Uh-oh. I've heard a lot of people saying it, and it's just starting to it's really pissing me off.
I've got one question.
Let's hear it.
Have you used your wet wipes yet?
I have.
You have?
I have used them. You know what's also crazy, though?
What?
Is that it took me a while to use them because I didn't want to do it. And I was like, you know what? Fine.
So, did you go wet, dry, wet? I mean, dry, wet, dry? Or you just go dry, wet?
Dry, wet?
Okay, that's how I do.
Yeah.
So, you understand how amazing they are, though?
Yes. You feel more clean.
You really do.
I mean, I think that's the ticket.
You really do. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And they're flushable.
And that's also good because you don't want like a thing in the trash can inside you.
Ugh, they did that in Mexico.
Yeah. So it is the national championship game, and me and Jeremy
Tonight, it's our second annual.
What
was I saying? National championship.
Jeremy doesn't like watching ball games with me, but he also keeps me sane.
No, that is not true.
No,
I don't like watching podcasts. I don't like watching ball games in public.
Oh yeah. Well,
because you always have people, because we're Alabama fans and people hate us.
Yeah.
And so you always have that one douchebag at the bar. It's like, I just want to punch him.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, they can't say much anymore.
They can though. That's the point.
I mean, but they do. Yeah, I guess.
Because, and I'm being honest, because we do have some douchebag fans though.
We do?
Yes. Why are you act surprised? You know there are some horrible Alabama fans.
Die hard.
Come on. There are some bad Alabama fans out there.
Like
that ruins it for everybody.
Oh, you mean that goes like over the top, tries to fight people?
Yeah, and they're douchey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you mean this?
We're not like LSU ain't going to kill nobody.
No.
Because you did it this year, LSU.
Yeah.
And killed an Alabama player.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, they beat this guy up after the game. He wound up dying after being in the hospital. That's why they call it Death Valley.
Nice. I need the sound effects now that we're not doing
exactly.
video. But dude, it's Jeremy. Last year when we watched this,
it was incredible.
It was first
so
off,
good.
it was one of the most amazing games that's ever been played.
I just remember at the end you jumped on me.
Oh
in
gosh,
my arms, and
I was
caught
like,
you.
because I was like, I can't watch. Jeremy goes, oh my god,
I
didn't even watch
Matt,
it.
if you do not sit down, because all you do is keep pacing the floors.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Jeremy makes me watch it.
It's not gonna happen. I was like, sit down now.
Yeah, because during the Georgia game, the SEC championship this year, I left the living room and came in here, and for like I laid down.
Did a podcast by yourself.
I just started talking and crying.
The Lonely
But
Podcast.
Jeremy's like, get back in here, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. See, I can't watch Bama when it's close. I'm too emotionally.
That last
in it.
game, I was at So what'd you do for New Year's?
New Year's, I did nothing.
Okay.
I think I fell asleep at 10:30. I woke up at like 1:30 and was like, oh shit, it's New Year's, and I went back to sleep. But I had a busy day the next day, so. What did you do?
You worked on New Year's Day?
I did, yeah.
You always working.
Yeah.
Well, we took, me and Billy took the kids, his niece and his son, to, we did our first Airbnb.
Oh, yeah.
That
how
was
was
a
that?
nice experience. We had a whole house to ourselves.
Now, let me ask you this, and I don't mean to interrupt you.
Shout out to Elizabeth. You were amazing.
But, yeah, big shout out to Elizabeth. The Airbnb, all right?
Yeah.
I thought, like, if I was ever to get an Airbnb, it would almost be like, I'm showing up to somebody's house that just has a room upstairs, and I have to deal with them.
There is those, but most of them, you're finding more and more people are getting whole houses, or you have a mother-in-law suite, which is like like away from the house.
Oh yeah.
Ours, once a day arrives, she's like, "Here's your code." There's a code on the door. Open the door, and the whole place. I mean, it was a 2-bedroom, and then they had another separate room with a futon couch. The couch that pulls out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had she had snacks. She had the little toiletries, like the little scope and the little toothbrush, just like you were at a hotel.
My mom does that.
And so it was really cool. The Wi-Fi was like on a little board. It's like, Wi-Fi, here's your Wi-Fi.
Damn.
There's instructions like when the trash day is, because we had to do the trash, because
how long did y'all
say? We got there on Saturday and we left Tuesday. So we went to Six Flags. We wanted to get season passes to Six Flags because it was cheaper to get season passes.
Yeah, but y'all think y'all will go again?
Oh yeah. It's only 4-hour trip.
Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, man, you love that stuff.
But it's only 4-hour trip,
Yeah.
But we all could also get it to the water park too, and then also the Halloween. We actually have it till January of next year.
Nice.
So it was a $75 a person, but again, that's a whole year and 3 months. So we get it all the way till next year.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Exactly. And we get free parking.
Wait, a year and 3 months?
Yeah, they had you get 3 extra months. In other words, so we got it this year, so we get to use it all the way up till 2019, 3 months.
So March of 19. Oh, okay. Nice, dude.
Yeah. And except free parking,
and
you also get discounts on food and stuff like that.
Tight.
Yeah. It was. Now, I haven't been to Six Flags since I was a long time ago. It's a lot smaller than Disney. It was fun. It was just good. It was like our first time being like a family kind of trip for us. I enjoyed it. But so we got there. The weather was permitting, so we didn't know. We were trying to see weather. Weather. We were trying to see
whether the
if
weather.
it was gonna be a crappy day, we were gonna do more indoor stuff. So trying to figure it out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so we did. Drove up there, went straight to Six Flags. So we did half day at Six Flags because their hours were only 2 to 10 because it's like winter hours.
Okay.
And then we did it 2 to 10 the next day. Well, come Monday, we were going to go to the Legoland.
Oh, yeah.
We bought our tickets the night before Legoland because you have to buy them the night before. Or you have to buy them for certain days. It was like $10 extra if you said, oh, I'm going to go any day of the year. But if you say, I'm going to go this day, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, we're going tomorrow morning. Let's go and buy our tickets. Okay. We're going to go to Coke Museum, and I got a Groupon for the Ferris wheel. They have one of those Ferris wheel that's got like an indoor suite.
What?
Yeah.
The Ferris wheel has the
like
suite?
the one we used to have on the beach here. Remember the one, they call it an observation deck.
Uh-uh.
You've lived here. Remember that we used to have the big Ferris wheel at the beach?
When did they get rid of that?
It's been. In fact, I think the one in Atlanta is the one that used to be here.
Okay, the reason why I said it is because I ain't been here that long, like enough to probably remember that.
I think you were. Anyway, so instead of being your normal Ferris wheel, you have like the bar that comes up. You're actually like in a room.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and so they even have blackout ones. Couples can rent out the blacked out ones.
Oh,
they
so
have VIP ones.
They fuck in the thing.
Yeah, you can.
Dude,
Isn't that crazy?
In a Ferris wheel?
Yeah. And so anyway, so that was it. That's in downtown Atlanta. That's not at Six Flags.
Oh,
that's in downtown Atlanta.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so we're gonna do that. Well, Billy's like, I don't feel so good. I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, I just feel like I'm gonna throw up. I'm like, oh goodness.
Oh,
so
because he went on so many rides.
Well, he gets sick. He had something different at Six Flags. We had hamburgers. He had chicken, so we thought it was food poisoning.
Could have been.
So I go get him medicine and stuff like that. Hours pass by, and we go and let the kids know that, hey, we're probably not going to go, because he's so sick, And the kids were like, but they had Netflix there for us at the place, and they had Wi-Fi, so the kids were happy. Yeah. Hours pass. Billy was sick. I mean, he was sick for a while, and then his son come in there, and he's like, I don't feel so good. 20 minutes later, son starts throwing up. A couple hours later, I start getting sick.
No.
3 out of 4. His niece, she quarantined herself in a room. She never got sick. So we think it was a virus, but it was, that's one thing about being a couple.
24-hour virus?
For mine, it was 24 hours for sure. Billy sort of had to suck it up because he had to sort of take care of me and his son. First part of the day, I was trying to take care of Billy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I went and got him. We got some K-Pectate. And all
of a sudden, you just
tanked. And then for me, the only it sucks is since I was the last one to get it, it took me almost the whole next day. And then also, I was up all night.
Right, throwing up.
And so that was probably one of the first times I missed New Year's. People started, me and Billy's laying in bed, and we started hearing the fireworks going off in the neighborhood because, the neighbors and all doing fireworks.
Right.
And we rolled over and we're like, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Because we were both just, because I haven't had a virus. You got to track it back. I was 8 years old. I got a really bad virus when we had family members, and me and my brother, we had to share a bed. Mm-hmm. Well, I started throwing up in my sleep on my back.
And you don't remember doing it?
No, I mean, my brother had to wake me up or I would have choked to death.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. You didn't know you were.
No, I wouldn't. No.
Yeah.
And so ever since then, and that was a really, really bad virus, I've been terrified of throwing up. There's a few things in my life I'm terrified besides Elvis. Choking and throwing up. I've never liked those, which nobody likes to throw up, but you know what I mean.
Right.
So anyway,
Dude, my sister is like that.
One.
Doesn't like to
I
throw
don't like
up.
throw up.
See, if I feel bad and I'm like, if I throw up, I'll feel better.
It's been about 8 years since I've thrown up last.
Whoa.
Seriously.
I threw up
and
this
so
morning.
I kept saying, and everybody does the whole thing, well, you'll feel better. And so anyway, so I started getting the dry heaves. You know how that goes. Mm-hmm. My sides, Matt, I'm talking about for the whole week, for days afterwards, my sides felt like somebody was just
just punching you?
Yeah. My throat, I guess I made my throat so raw from doing all the,
Yeah.
So anyway, one good test of a good relationship is if you can be sick around each other, because you see how each other, what are you doing?
Oh, no, I was just messing with the sound.
Because you're doing that.
We were
your eyebrows go in and you're like,
what is this?
And so anyway, so that's a good test of a good relationship. If you can be sick around each other. Yeah. How, because sometimes, so.
I like to be babied, even though I don't like to be babied.
I can be a baby. I remember when I first got sick, first time I was away from my mom, because you're like, eh. But it was bad. And so the next day I woke up and they were feeling better where they actually wanted to, Billy made just biscuits, canned biscuits, whatever. I couldn't even smell them. I was still that sick. So I had to go sit in the car. And even on the way home, even if we drove past a logo for McDonald's, I wanted to throw. I couldn't even see a logo, not even food, but just the golden arches. I was like,
yeah.
And so they stopped and went to Arby's, and I was like, I'm gonna stay in the car. I said, I just want, give me a cup of ice. And so I ate 3 crackers that day.
Now this is New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Yeah.
So I was sick New Year's Day, and and also something about when you're away from home and you're sick, it makes you feel worse. When you're 5 hours away.
Because you can't get into your comfort zone.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're sick and you can get on the sofa.
Yeah.
or curl up, in your bed. It's your bed. It's your
Yeah.
TV. You can go through your routine. But yeah, I think you're right.
But Billy was awesome.
you gotta fight
he took
through
good
it.
care of me and
Was he?
stuff. You know,
Well, that's
like,
good.
and because I felt bad the next day because we were trying to pack up and all, and I was just like, can I just sleep a little longer? He's like, sure. He's like, take as long time as you want. So I just, because I was so exhausted because I couldn't sleep because I was up throwing up all night. So anyway, so that's how I rung in the new year. It was miserable.
Dude, I bet, man.
And then like,
Do you think that's one of the sickest you've ever been?
I don't think it's one of the sickest I've been, but
What's the sickest you've ever been?
probably that time when I was 8 years old, when I was young. It was an Easter weekend, and I'm telling you, that was just devastating. Like, my mom said, like, she's never seen nobody that sick. I mean, it was just, the dry heaving is the worst. Like, when you don't have nothing.
Yeah.
And that was what, even this time, that's what kept happening to me.
But were you throwing up your stomach bowel?
Yeah.
Like the yellow stuff? Like,
I know this is gross, and sorry, people, but, like, our poop was, like, the color of this table.
What does that mean, though?
We looked it up, and it said blood, but that's like, it could or could not be blood. But we think it was more like the medicine, and the infection kind of thing, like just coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But like literally, like that was on. We got it Monday till Thursday or Friday. I was like pooping black.
Damn, so it took you a lot longer than that.
And we're like texting each other. I'm like, just to let you know, mine's green today.
Ugh. Yeah, y'all keep that. Hey, man.
But I mean,
you're in a relationship.
But you're in a relationship, but
yeah.
that's something like whenever you're that close to someone, but like, because again, those are natural things that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't. I hate being sick. It's the worst.
It is,
especially when you're out of town. Oh, so luckily, everywhere on the Lego site was like, no refunds because you pick the time. Da 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 da. And so, because they were going to do a noon Year's Day, what they were going to do, because kids don't normally stay up till midnight, they were going to do a thing at noon that day and do like a ball drop and everything.
That's neat.
Yeah, it would have been really cool to do.
Right, yeah.
And so our tickets were like over $100 for all four of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so we couldn't get nobody on the phone that day, so we called that Wednesday, January 2nd, and the lady like refunded it. We were so thankful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're just like, oh, thank you so much, because we just explained to him, we're like, we really wanted to go.
Yeah. And when people say food poisoning, they're like, oh, I ate something, I got food poisoning. No,
I've never had it, but if people say but people throw that word around though so much.
They do, because they ate something that made them feel bad.
No,
real food poisoning. I got it one time, and that is the sickest or the most sick, however you're supposed to say it, I've ever been in my entire life.
What was it from?
I had cooked 2 hamburgers, but like my other sister, when I was in a fraternity or whatever, I would drive up because she wasn't too far from me. Well, they were making hamburgers, and she goes, hey, there's some patties there, and you just go, well, their light went off outside. Well, I'd put it on the grill, thought that they were done, bit into them, saw that they were pink in the middle, but I was like, okay, I like
Which I eat mine pink.
Yeah. But this was apparently too pink.
Ugh.
So I was dating this other girl at the time, and I went and I picked her up after I left there.
I remember you telling me the poop side of the story, but not the actual what led up to it.
Oh yeah, well I picked her up.
For some reason we talk about poop on this podcast.
Yeah, man, that's our
the
shit.
poop podcast.
So I do that, and I take her to a bar. We go out, we have a good time, and go home, and I'm sure we had sex. I'm not sure. And then about 3 o'clock in the morning, I get up, and I was staying in a loft at the time. So I climb down, I go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, man, I don't feel very good. So I'm like, I'm puking. And then, like, you hear the phrase, oh, it's coming out of both ends.
That happened to me, yeah.
This was, like, it made me feel 10% better when I could get, like, a little bit of stomach bowel, because I couldn't eat anything because I would throw it right back up. But if I could go... and just this thick yellow stuff would just come out.
Gross.
Gross.
And
then you're like, okay, and you would feel better for like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
And then it just comes back, and you're like, oh no, and then you have to do it all again. I had to go to work, and dude, I left Radio Shack and walked down the hill to the dock in the box, and they pumped me up with all this stuff. But dude,
that's when you told the story. You told the Radio Shack part of the story.
Oh yeah, now the story has a lot more hands into it.
You told the Radio Shack part of the story, but you didn't tell like the whole leading up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One day I think we're talking about being sick at work or something.
But yeah, by far, food poisoning, when you get the bacteria in your stomach,
is
by far, dude, It's so bad, Jamie. It's so bad, dude. And that is, to this day, the sickest I've ever been.
Now, the worst pain I've ever been through, I will share it one day on the podcast because me and a friend was talking about this one day because she's like, I can't believe you never shared that on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I will, a little soft tease, we'll talk about it later, but it was like, I mean, because it's a crazy story.
Yeah.
So,
like the most pain you've ever been in?
yeah.
Yeah. The most pain I've ever been in.
Next to a kidney stone. Because kidney stones, there's nothing.
So
there's nothing
that's
better.
the worst pain you've ever been through?
Hands down. Even my friends who have had babies said they would rather have 12 more babies than one more kidney stone.
Like what does it feel
bad.
like?
It is the worst
like,
thing.
Is it like burn your dick? Or does it just like burn your body?
The only way to describe it is you have to go to the future when it comes out, what it looks like. It's a sand spur. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So it's got spikes on it.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that traveling through your body.
So it hurts going all the way, and then you have to pee it out.
And the thing is, so you don't know when it's going to happen. That's what sucks. So it'll just be like, oh, it's hurting, then it's moving. Sometimes it can get stuck. It depends. Because, again, whenever I got it, was my first time ever going to the emergency room. I drove myself to the emergency room.
Like you knew something was wrong, or did you know it was?
I just knew I just had a pain in my back, and I didn't know what it was. And, again, I drove myself because no one else was able to take me. I'm driving with one hand on my wheel, one hand there. I get there, and I give the lady my information. Then I pass out, and next thing I realize, I wake up, and I'm in a gown. So I don't even know who got my clothes off.
Oh, wow.
My junk is sprawled out in front of everybody, but I don't give two fucks.
Fuck that, yeah.
I'm literally clawing the bed. I'm doing this. My legs are doing this, like clawing
because
the
it
bed.
hurts so bad.
Hurts so bad, and I'm not a pain pills person, but that's the one time easily to get pain pills is when you have a kidney stone because your doctor will be like, boom, because they know how bad it is.
So it hurt worse then than whenever you actually passing it.
No, it's different. Mine was 4 millimeters big, the one I passed. Normally they say anything 4 or more, they don't suggest you trying to pass it. They try to break it up or do a basket. A basket is when they go in there and get it and pull it out. Ugh.
Oh, out of your penis?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
And I told him, I said, okay, nothing's going out. It's an exit only.
Yeah.
So I said, nothing's going in. And so luckily I did pass that one. It took me a month. I got it December 19th, and I passed it January 9th.
Jeez.
That year I had to go to the emergency room on New Year's Day because I couldn't pee. Now, that was the worst pain ever.
Because it was blocked?
Yeah. I'm talking about the worst ever. I was pacing the floor. I just wanted to pee one drip. I'm like, God, I literally was praying. It's like, I just want 2 drips to come out.
And how did they make you
They
pee?
gave me something to relax my bladder. And I finally peed like a few drips, and it was like the angels started freaking. I was like, hallelujah.
Did it hurt though?
It was just the pain was just the pressure of needing to pee,
right?
You know, because the thing is, you drink so much water because you're wanting to pass it. Oh yeah, and they give you a funnel to piss in because they want you to catch it. So you got a strainer, and so I remember. Here's the story. So that morning I get up to go pee, and I felt a jolt down there, around my dick. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. And like, it was so sensitive. Like even my clothes, when it was touching, I kept pulling it away.
Oh, like the head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, something's up. You know, this is weird. So I just went to the pee again, and it was like a pee where you had a strain, and that thing went, and it popped out.
And you saw it?
Blood.
Oh, shit.
Came in there, and that thing came out, and it hit that funnel, and I was just like, I mean, first to see how big it was. Because, see, I was told the first time I went to the hospital that day I drove it, he said, oh, it's just the size of a crust of bread. No. 4 millimeters is big.
Yeah.
4 millimeters is almost a half of a dime.
Wow. Yeah.
But add spikes to that.
Yeah. And so what was the relief once you passed it?
It was just the greatest thing of all time. Like,
so it was like, oh, my God. But then the other side of it was like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Mm. And then I had that lithotripsy one time. That was actually the last time I threw up before this. They gave me Percocet, and it made me like the Exorcist. Because I was just like, puking.
Yeah,
I could not stop. It was just weird. Because what they do with the lithotripsy, they put your butt underwater and they shoot waves to break it up inside you, and then hopefully it breaks up. And you're not guaranteed it is, but then it becomes powder.
And it did?
And then you could pass it easy. And
yeah, dude. Mine was when I dislocated my shoulder. Oh. And it swelled up so much that I couldn't put it back in.
Were you in high school?
And it was, no, this was 2 or 3 years ago before I had surgery.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, I had the thing.
We had that.
Yeah. But when they were trying to put it back in, it wouldn't go, and
Oh.
I didn't have insurance to go to the emergency room. So Adam, orthopedic surgeon and everything, is trying all these different methods. And dude, I was biting a sheet. Just, I don't know how they don't use that as torture to get information out of people.
Yeah. Set a waterboard.
Oh, just because anything, just dislocate their shoulder and then just go like this. Just move it around, dude. You will say I would have said anything, but then again, I think that's why they say waterboarding works and torture doesn't.
Yeah.
Because torture, you just want it to stop hurting. That you'll say anything.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what do you want me to say? Yes, that. Just please stop. But with waterboarding, you're not gonna die. I've never been waterboarded.
Well, why would you?
No, I mean, like, I don't.
But you act like it's just one of the things that everybody gets waterboarded.
Oh yeah, just every now and then. But no, it's just like I wouldn't know what that felt like to even. But it's like you won't die, but you're dying.
Yeah,
I don't know. But anyway, that's the worst pain I've ever had.
A friend of mine, when he the bones in his shoulder didn't fully when he had something happened when he was a kid.
Yeah,
and so you have it's like a ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it moves.
Yep. No, exactly.
Well, when he'll be in his sleep and it'll just pop out.
Mine used to be like that.
It happens all the time.
There's a little piece that keeps that ball in, and mine was shaving down.
Yes,
his might be shaving down too.
And so he always has to have a pillow when he slept. He had to keep his elbow.
Yeah, he's like in there. Surgery.
And so he like it's just like a time bomb for him too. Sometimes he can just wake up and be like,
oh yeah, but it wasn't too bad. Like I could dislocate it, and then like you do like this, and there's ways, boom, and you could put it back in yourself. It got so swollen because it was out for so long, and it was so much out of socket that I was walking in there just with my shoulder down, and I'm like,
I've never, knock on wood, I've never broken anything. I did sprain my ankle one time, but again, I didn't play sports and that kind of stuff either.
Oh yeah,
so.
see, I
did you see that Dallas Cowboys player the other day with the ankle?
Happened?
So we're watching TV. No, I won't watch it. No.
Okay, can I watch it and you just turn around?
Okay.
What's it called?
I don't know. Just Dallas Cowboy injury, 2019.
Oh, yesterday.
Okay, so let me tell you this setup.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there watching TV, and I like the Cowboys because I'm named after them. Yeah. And so watching the game, and the guys like on the ground, and I was like, y'all. That doesn't look right. And then, boom, you knew what happened.
Yeah. The Poe throw. Remember Alabama number 4 Poe throw whenever it was 2005? He broke his leg in half, and he was, we were number 3 in the country. And this is before Saban, of course. I was at that ball game when he ruined his career, and his leg comes up on the side, and it's just so sad.
And I think that's what happened with this situation. It wasn't one of those moves that you're like, oh gosh, he's got to be hurt. It was one of those like, oh gosh, because there's sometimes that's the ones that hurt the worst. Is it wasn't a force. In other words, you were surprised he got hurt. Like
right, yeah, just a freak, freak accident.
Because sometimes you see like the I can't look. I hadn't even seen it because my friends kept replaying it and I wouldn't watch it. Everyone, I'm not watching this, but Matt is.
Hearns, who has been seldom used since the arrival of Amari Cooper, in some pain.
No.
He got a first down, but at what price? Oh, good Lord. Back after this.
Yeah, you see how they ended it? They're like, see, I won't, nope, I won't watch it. I won't be able to eat tonight.
First down, but at what price?
Oh, yeah, oh, no.
Good Lord. Back after this.
Woo.
Okay, stop. We're done.
Yeah, we're done with that.
Yeah, so all I saw was the guy lay on the ground and the ankle was like over here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
His other ankle's here. And so my friends were like, because they love that kind of stuff. They're like, ooh, let's watch it. And so they kept replaying it and putting it slow mo. Because that's the thing is CBS and all, you'll never see that replay. You know what I mean? You can watch it on YouTube because somebody recorded it.
Mm-hmm.
But legally or whatever, CBS, you'll never see any kind of plays. Do not start showing the gross stuff.
No, I've never watched this before.
No, please don't. Let's do it afterwards.
Okay.
I can't. Like, if you want us to go eat before the thing, I cannot physically do it.
I just Eminem.
But you know what's
about
weird?
in one of his songs.
Well, then that's gonna make me sick right there. Just the fact that you're talking about Eminem.
Fine, stop.
I've already lost my appetite.
I'm done.
I don't even want to eat Eminem.
It's like, but dude, I'm excited about the ball game, man.
Me too.
And
somebody told me the other day, and he's an Auburn fan. He said we're gonna win like by double digits.
You know, I think that
But again, I go in it thinking like nothing. Like I just
the Oklahoma game last week, man, the Georgia game, the SEC.
See, Georgia game is I was at one cool thing about my phone. I don't know if you have it on your.
I'm fixing to get that phone.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
The Samsung thing, you could pin the score, so the whole time no matter what screen you're on, the little score's up at the top. So
That's
it
tight.
changes live.
Dude, that's cool.
I was like, what the.
Yeah, you should have listened to Eli Gold.
See, I want to do that so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I told you my goal in life. There's a few apps and all that I want to invent, but I don't know why. Well, I know why because of the delay. Why someone has not invented.
Oh, you can pause it on TV.
No, what
And
I'm
then
talking
catch it
about,
up
like
with the radio.
pay people. Alabama fans would pay extra per game if they could watch it with Eli Gold.
I would.
You know they would.
I would. I'm just going to tell you.
You know they would.
Yeah.
So why has that not been like?
Because they're paying them so much money for radio.
I know.
Yeah.
No. It's not that. They're paying money. CBS and all of them. That's the money.
Oh, yeah.
That's you know what I mean.
Because Eli Gold would just do one stream and everybody would have him.
But why hasn't somebody invented some kind of app that's not time delayed?
Copyright. You can't stream it. Like you would have to give half of your money, but still either way. Even if you're making 3% off that
That's
app,
what I'm saying.
you're gonna because I would do it.
Because what production is into that? It's already being done.
Right. And all you're doing is taking the actual stream and just putting Eli Gold's thing over.
Yeah.
Dude.
I don't understand it.
Well, I would pay money.
Because I love at the end of I know CBS does it, ESPN doesn't do it, but like at the end of the game they'll do like the play done with Eli Gold, and you're
good.
like, I love it.
He's like a touchdown.
Because I hate CBS, but that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
CBS has.
It's going to be big for me tonight
because
because I don't like normally watching it in public. I'm one of those people that like when I watch football, I just get very
honed in
and quiet. But
yeah, you were quiet. Well, we kind of talked a little bit, and then we're like, oh crap, trying to think of last year, and I
get quiet. I'll talk like during commercials, but as soon as it comes back on, I'm like,
yeah, Jeremy. But he has to also. I think once the game got close to the end, Jeremy's goal was just trying to rein me in, and it was just I was pacing. I'm a pacer. I have to move around, and Jeremy has to be still, and so it's very hard. Because I'll throw up. I'll vomit.
I have done the whole pace thing, but yeah.
I don't know how you were able to watch the end of the game last year
with Alabama. Is like the thing that gets me is I can't stand when we're down to like our kicker's got to decide it.
Oh, dude, I'll throw up.
I can't.
I don't know how you
you saw that game, the Bills game the other day. They were talking about did that kicker come from Alabama? It was a double tap, and I didn't realize this because again I don't watch that football. I didn't know if you hit the goalpost, it's not counted.
If it doesn't go in, yeah.
Yeah. So no, it did but it hit the goalpost. Ding ding. They call it the double whatever. So the Bills. So some.
Oh, and the NFL doesn't count in college. That counts.
Yeah.
If it goes ding ding, if it goes in, I didn't know that.
And so it may have came forward. Either way, it hit. But either way, but people were just like losing their mind because it was like a deciding thing.
Mm-hmm.
They would have went to playoffs and everything. So people like lost their mind. And then some people were like, I think he quit to Alabama.
Dude, well, last year, Jeremy, we were going to win the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
And all we had to do was kick the field goal to win.
Yeah.
We missed it. And
not last year, year before.
Yeah, last year, you know what I mean? Like the last
always
national
confused me when they do that.
Yeah.
They always do it like that, because tonight's technically the 2018,
right.
But it's the year, yeah.
Yeah. But, when we watched it, and then we missed the field goal to win the ball game, and we had to go into overtime, I was throwing up. And then
overtime gets me.
Dude, then we went into overtime, and then they sacked Tua.
Oh, we need to go.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden,
Tua.
I was like, the game's over, Jeremy. It's over. And somehow Jeremy can watch that stuff. I couldn't. I went to the kitchen, and then he goes, "Oh, God!" He starts going. I was like, "Yes!" I didn't even look at the TV.
We did it. It's like, we did it. And then after that, then you want to watch it all.
I was okay. Then I tackled Jeremy on the side. I was like, "Yes!" Yeah. So hopefully, Jeremy, we can pull another one out tonight, man. But
you guys, we have a whole new year ahead of us, so we're excited about everything.
Oh, yeah.
And adventures that we are starting. And as always, you can find us. We always do aftercasts. Tonight we may not do an aftercast, but normally you can find our aftercast on YouTube, and you can find us anywhere you listen to your podcast, except for Spotify, sadly.
yeah, but we're gonna get there.
WWIS podcast is where you can find us at, and check us out, rate us, like us, share us. What you do and you do not like. Any ideas, anything you want us to talk about, we'll be glad to talk about it, because you know what? We run out of things sometimes.
Yeah, well, we do, and we kind of rambled a little bit today, but we are also excited for what's coming.
Yes.
So, like he was saying, we might not be able to do an aftercast. If we do, it'll be super quick during halftime, and we're either going to be super mad or we're going to be super glad.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, thanks for listening, and like he was saying, just go check us out, WWIS, and if you don't mind, rate the podcast.
Yeah.
No matter what platform you're on, if you'll rate it, because that will get us up in the thing.
Yeah.
So thanks everybody for listening. And you got anything else, Jeremy?
That is it.
All right, guys.
Bye now.
We will see y'all in the next one.